December 24, 1924 was a day of tragedy in aviation history, marking one of the early fatal accidents involving a commercial airliner. On this day, an Imperial Airways de Havilland DH-34 crashed near Purley, Surrey, England. This essay explores the context of the crash, the events leading up to it, the aftermath, and its impact on aviation safety and regulations. Through an analysis of historical records, eyewitness accounts, and technical investigations, we aim to understand the factors contributing to the accident and its significance in the broader narrative of aviation development. In 1924, commercial aviation was in its nascent stages. The aftermath of World War I saw rapid advancements in aviation technology and the establishment of commercial airlines. Imperial Airways, founded in 1924, was one of the pioneering airlines aimed at connecting the British Empire through the skies. Aircraft like the de Havilland DH-34 represented the cutting edge of technology at the time, though by modern standards, they were rudimentary and fraught with risks. The de Havilland DH-34 was a single-engine biplane designed for short-haul flights. It could accommodate up to 9 passengers and was primarily used for mail and passenger services. Despite being an advanced aircraft for its time, it lacked many of the safety features we take for granted today, such as reliable weather forecasting, advanced navigation systems, and robust communication tools. On December 24, 1924, the ill-fated flight took off from Croydon Airport, which served as the main hub for Imperial Airways. The aircraft was en route to Paris, a relatively routine flight across the English Channel. On board were 6 passengers and 2 crew members, including the pilot, Captain William Griffiths, and a mechanic. Shortly after takeoff, the aircraft encountered an unknown mechanical defect. The exact nature of the defect remains speculative, but it is believed to have been a critical failure that severely compromised the aircraft's performance. Captain Griffiths attempted to return to the airport, but the aircraft stalled during the emergency maneuver. The stall occurred at a low altitude, leaving little room for recovery. The DH-34 crashed near Purley, Surrey, impacting the ground with significant force. Eyewitnesses described seeing the aircraft struggling to maintain altitude before it plummeted into the ground, resulting in a fiery explosion. All 8 individuals on board were killed instantly. Eyewitnesses in Purley and the surrounding areas provided harrowing accounts of the crash. Many reported hearing the engines sputtering and seeing the aircraft descending rapidly. One witness, a farmer working in a nearby field, recalled the chilling sight of the aircraft's final moments, describing how it wobbled in the sky before nosediving into the ground. The local community was quick to respond. Fire brigades and medical personnel rushed to the crash site, but the intensity of the fire made rescue efforts futile. The charred remains of the aircraft and its passengers were a stark reminder of the dangers of early aviation. The crash site was cordoned off, and an investigation was promptly initiated. The investigation into the crash of the de Havilland DH-34 was conducted by the Air Ministry, the governmental body responsible for aviation oversight in the United Kingdom. Given the rudimentary state of accident investigation techniques at the time, the inquiry faced several challenges. The primary focus was on the mechanical defect that triggered the emergency landing attempt. Investigators examined the wreckage, looking for clues that could indicate the nature of the failure. While the fire had destroyed much of the evidence, certain components were recovered and analyzed. The investigation team considered several possibilities, including engine failure, fuel system malfunction, and structural issues. Despite their efforts, the exact cause of the mechanical defect could not be definitively determined. The investigation concluded that a critical failure had occurred, but the specific nature of the defect remained unknown. This ambiguity highlighted the need for more advanced investigation techniques and better maintenance protocols for aircraft. The crash of the Imperial Airways de Havilland DH-34 had a profound impact on aviation safety and regulations. It underscored the inherent risks of early commercial aviation and the need for stringent safety measures. In the aftermath of the accident, several changes were implemented to enhance aviation safety. One of the key changes was the improvement of maintenance protocols. Airlines were required to conduct more thorough inspections and regular maintenance checks to identify and rectify potential issues before they could lead to catastrophic failures. This proactive approach aimed to prevent mechanical defects from compromising flight safety. Additionally, the crash highlighted the importance of pilot training in handling emergency situations. Captain Griffith's attempt to perform an emergency landing demonstrated the critical role of pilot skills in averting disasters. Training programs were enhanced to equip pilots with better techniques for managing in-flight emergencies, including handling stalls and other critical situations. The crash also contributed to the development of more robust aircraft designs. Engineers and manufacturers began to prioritize reliability and safety in their designs, incorporating redundancies and fail-safes to mitigate the impact of potential mechanical failures. These advancements paved the way for the safer and more reliable aircraft that would come to define commercial aviation in the subsequent decades. The Purley crash was not an isolated incident, but rather a part of a series of early aviation accidents that collectively spurred advancements in aviation safety. Each incident contributed valuable lessons that shaped the evolution of the industry. The incremental improvements in technology, regulations, and practices gradually transformed aviation from a risky endeavor into a safe and reliable mode of transportation. The crash also had a significant impact on public perception of aviation. While it highlighted the risks associated with flying, it also underscored the commitment of the aviation industry to improving safety. The transparency of the investigation and the subsequent implementation of safety measures helped to rebuild public confidence in air travel. The tragic crash of the Imperial Airways de Havilland DH-34 on December 24, 1924, near Purley, Surrey, serves as a poignant reminder of the challenges and dangers of early aviation. The incident, resulting from an unknown mechanical defect, claimed the lives of all 8 people on board and prompted a thorough investigation that led to significant advancements in aviation safety and regulations. While the exact cause of the defect remains unknown, the legacy of the crash is evident in the enhanced safety measures, improved pilot training, and more reliable aircraft designs that followed. The incident is a crucial chapter in the history of aviation, illustrating how early tragedies paved the way for the safer skies we enjoy today. Through understanding and remembering such events, we honor the lives lost and recognize the relentless pursuit of progress that defines the aviation industry.